Ever peeked inside a camera bag and wondered about all those pockets and zippers? What's really essential besides your camera and lenses? Well, every photographer's gear can differ, but there are must-haves that can save the day when things don't go as planned. In this video, we are diving into those camera bag essentials so you are always ready no matter the surprise. Number 1. Screwdriver set. Screws have the basic problem. They can get loose over time. Now imagine this, you are in the middle of the most important shoot of your life and suddenly your camera mount starts wobbling because the screws have loosened up. That will be a total nightmare, right? So here's a tip. Always carry a small screwdriver set in your camera bag. You can fix issues like this in just a few minutes and they hardly take up any room. Number 2. Air blower. Here's a little truth about photographers. Our workplaces aren't always the tidiest or dust-free, and when you are working in these kinds of places, your camera lens and filters can easily pick up some dust, and that can mess with your photo quality. You might think, well, just wipe it off, right? But here's the thing, with an air blower, you can get rid of the dust without actually touching anything, preventing any potential damage to the camera sensor. Number 3. First aid kit. This is something so crucial but often overlooked. People pack everything to protect their camera gear, preparing for any mishap, but sometimes they forget about their own safety. You can buy a new camera, kickstart your career again and replace pretty much everything except for yourself. Even the most cautious among us can't predict every unexpected incident. So it's always a smart idea to have a small first aid kit tucked away in your camera bag. Number 4. Spare batteries. We all know photo shoots can stretch on for hours. There's no way to slap a time limit on them because as photographers, we have got to stay until we are totally happy with the shots. Now imagine this nightmare. You hike up a hill for 2 hours waiting for that perfect sunset shot, and just when it's time, your camera is out of juice. Frustrating, isn't it? Some of us have been there, so let's not repeat those mistakes. Grab a couple of spare batteries and make sure to toss them in your camera bag for your next shoot. Number 5. Small flashlight. Flashlights are so important in our daily lives that they are even built into our phones. But why use up your phone's battery when you can just bring along a small flashlight? Think about it. What comes after sunset? Darkness. Nobody likes fumbling around in their camera bag trying to find stuff or worse, accidentally leaving gear behind. I could go on and on about why flashlights are crucial, not just for photographers but for anyone really. You might not see the need right now, but trust me, you'll be thankful you have one when the time comes. Number 6. Protective wrap. Sometimes the best accessories are the simplest ones. Take protective wraps for example. Just like the name implies, they are designed to shield your camera from anything that could harm it. Basically, they are just square pieces of non-scratch materials that have a hook and look neat on the outside to keep your cameras, lenses and other gear safe and snug. This can be a real lifesaver when your camera bag is packed to the brim. In those situations, your gear is super vulnerable to getting damaged, but throw on a protective wrap and your stuff stays safe and sound. Number 7. Super glue. This comes straight from the experiences of countless photographers. Now you might be thinking, super glue? I have never broken my camera. Well, here's the deal. No one plans to break their camera, but hey, accidents happen, and when they do, you'll wish you had something to fix it right then and there. Let me share a story from a fellow photographer. I was rushing around and accidentally slammed my pocket wizard against a door frame. The hot shoe mount just snapped off, leaving me with no light for the reception. But thanks to some quick drying super glue, I pieced it back together and was back shooting in under 90 seconds. Number 8. Spare SD cards. Just like batteries, SD cards can be a bit finicky sometimes. If they fill up in the middle of a shoot, we might just have to pack up and head out. How many times have you seen that annoying insufficient memory pop up on our phones, right? That's the last thing we want during a big shoot. So it's always a good idea to have a spare SD card tucked away in your camera bag. Number 9. Earplugs. Earplugs have been praised by many photographers because they can be extremely useful when needed. Imagine needing to finish some editing work in a noisy coffee shop or dealing with a headache while shooting a concert. Earplugs are a simple solution. Number 10. Spare lens caps. Photographers, we have all been there, constantly losing those lens caps. It happens more often than we'd like to admit, and it can leave our precious lenses exposed and unprotected. So always keep a spare lens cap on hand. It's a simple way to ensure your lenses stay safe and sound. And there you have it, the 10 essential items that every photographer should have in their camera bag. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.